Everyone, I've not said this in a while. Let me close the door. Full of sync. Back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. God, it's been a year since I've probably said that. So the game has changed. I've kind of been away. I'm not sure why I've been away. It's just maybe I've drifted away just a little bit. So we need to get rid of some red dots. It's Raid's 5th anniversary. We're making the milestone this year with the Festival of Creation, a huge party. We're supposed to see all people working together. Also, we get events, tournaments, and activities to guest Raid. So it's the same fucking shite as normal. Okay, a Jack Sparrow ripoff. The fusion event is probably going to be complete bullshit. Let's be honest, I have no hopes that it'll be like any good, because it normally isn't. I don't really care about that right now. The Festival of Creation is what it is. So let's just collect some of this crap here, because it's going to run out. So we'll get rid of this. Get it. We'll leave that because we're back. The game has changed. Oh, that's it. Oh look at fucking hell. That's actually pretty comical. Monitor. Okay, monitor. Yeah, because monitor is some of the juggles. Looks like we have Garlic doing the hammer. No, stop. I'm not buying anything. What we're going to do, oh, for fuck's sake, go away. What we're going to do is, the game has changed, so it's slightly interesting to the point that, let's take a look and see how much it's kind of changed. And if I'm back and we're looking at how the game's changed, I reckon we should just look at the account and see kind of where it left off. So 9 Ancients avoid. I'm not interested in any fusions. Like, fuck off. I'm not interested in most events, I think. For just now, I don't have the time. I'm not even sure this laptop setup really likes Raid, but we will maybe have some time later on, because we're going to go look at the roster and whatnot. So what's the Raid Chronicle? Let's take a look at this before we take a look at some of the champions. We've created a video showing what cool new features have come to Raid recently. I'll share it, but I'm not fucking watching it. To be fair, I don't even want to share it. Can I just leave? Would that be rude? Let's just focus on looking at my roster first, because I need to see how the account looks. The Great Hall is how the Great Hall is. Again, not cared. We're going to take it one step at a time. And okay, it's been a long time since I've looked at this window. So let's start off with Lydia the Death Siren, who is quite, yeah, I suppose still got the skills masteries. Yeah. So this, I remember when I got Lydia, it was after like Faction Wars really was obsolete, and well, in my eyes, Lydia the Death Siren was somebody that if I got her, I got her. Fair enough. Am I going to use her? I mean, maybe. And when she came out, people were like, oh, she's got this fantastic resist aura, or I'm going to give her lots of accuracy. What I did was, I gave her fucking savage gear. And what we have is, we have previous videos on this account of her one-shotting like members of fucking Gold 4 teams back when I played. I may do it again. I don't like the fact that you only get X amount of arena tokens per day. That's stupid. Which was given HP. This stats are weird compared to Summoners Wars, which I have an idea for that as well, but I need to make time with this new employment is, just kind of limited. So, okay, HP, some defense just to survive. Speed, enough so that she's close to 200 speed, was not far off. Perfect crit rate and 221 crit damage. She will nuke your ass, and she's actually pretty good. You can get the decreased defense. There's all this crap here like level 1 at 6 auras, blessings, which I really know nothing about. Yeah, we went down to Helm Smasher, basically as much damage as we possibly can get, as well as Savage Gear and a broken set. We have Ninja, who, I'm not going to lie, is one of my favourite champions. If I play again, what I would like to do is, I would like to get maybe like 5-10k more HP and maybe like 700 more defense, and then he'd probably be fine, because he is, well, maybe not the defense, HP yes, but I would like to get, so it's 291. I mean 40 or 50 on both of them would be good, and then he'd be able to do like 24-25 Ice Golem, just solo the boss. His regen build was something I wanted to do for a while. I gave him damage when he first came out, because everybody did. But it's one-sided, to be fair. It's if he does damage, he does damage, and that's fuck all. But what you want to do is give him a build like that, so that he can shine like a fucking star. You can do the freeze, but you're wanting the HP burns. And he will just destroy people. Yes, you can get extra damage. People used to use it in Clan Boss and Hydra and all that stuff. I prefer this type of build, personally. I have Ghostborn, who was put into speed. And 2 relentless pieces. I remember getting Ghostborn. I think I pulled two sacreds randomly one night, and I pulled 3 or 4, I think. I think the former clan leader Mighty pulled the same, and I got Ghostborn, and it was badass. And I remember getting the skills all booked and making him as quick as possible. Not even max stats, but he's good enough speed. Good enough crit damage, crit rate, not really important, as long as he lands what he has to land, which he does. Is irresistible on his A3. That means he's good for Spider. She was like arena, he was dungeons. This is another dungeon build. We'll probably go through that in another video at some point. Still Lord Virgil. So I think with this build, he maybe got some of Brogny's stuff. Brogny used to be over 100k. He's over 100k for a reason. And it's pretty much just, I think, to stay alive is what I used him for. It's refreshed my memory with that, so. Okay. Attack destroys the attackers. Yeah, so yeah, he's got the HP, he's got the strength in. Basically, my plan was make him unkillable, so he wouldn't die. He has, I'm surprised. He has Master Race where... See, it's been that long, I'm looking at this and I'm like, what the fuck am I staring at? But it's HP, chance to learn debuffs and stuff. The more I begin to load this up now and again, the more I'll be able to remember certain things. But I mean, I used all these champions, they were really good. Maybe not as much. I mean, in Arena, he was actually pretty decent. She was pretty good because she was built to go after Arbiter. And to be fair, it's interesting that it's not a speed set. Very interesting. I don't know why. I think possibly she got... How would she have lower speed? That's really stupid. And 5-star items and whatnot. Strange. Maybe it was just purely down to the fact that it was the speed. She does have good accuracy because she does need to use Energize to decrease the enemy's turn meter. Exhaustion is pretty good. Transference is pretty good. Master Raise. What is it? More accuracy. Turn meter reduction. So forth. You probably know what it is. Chagur, who is a fantastic champion. He's awesome. Super good damage dealer. Broken set. I just don't have another. I didn't have one of these at the time to put on him, which is why he has what he has. But again, his total stats are fucking good. 276, 100% there, 175 speed, good HP, some decent attack, accuracies, really good as well. And he's got AoE damage and whatnot, and does he do like poisons or HP burn or something? Oh, sorry, yeah, if you put up poison, like, so if I think I used to team him up with another Void. I can't remember his name. What was his name again? What was his name? I can show him to you. He was the one that got nerfed. Because he used to put up conditional heals and loads of poisons. And I did videos with him and Sylar basically soloing all fucking dungeons, like super easy. Damage dealer, all max, as far as I'm aware. Helm Smasher. Again, we'll get into the dungeon aspect of it at some point. This build, I think, changed. She used to be Visix to unimpressive. She then became Visix to on board. She became really good. I think I hear something. No. Thought it was the kid, but it's not. So basically the plan was she needs accuracy, she needs a bit of speed, and just stay alive a little bit, that's it. I don't really care about damage. She is a debuffer, so as long as there's a provoke, there's one book for there. Decrease speed, very important. It's quite good looking through all these champions I've not used in a long time. It also shows you guys my roster and kind of like how they're built. But I say she's a top tier champion. Like, if you think she isn't, then just something wrong with you. She's highly impressive. Good in a lot of places. So this champion here, Verlin Frostking, his builds have changed so much. I had damage, I had accuracy, I had resist, I had a speedy one, I had a fucking high HP one. Stalwart, meaning he must take less damage or something. So like 40,000 HP, 28, 29, 100 defense, 200 speed. So you should have enough resistance for most of like the harder Doom Towers and shit. Cursed City I have not taken a look at, so we'll take a little saunter into it at some point. That's his build. He has no masteries because he was one of the lesser used. Before I stopped playing, literally I was on the John having a wee, and I pulled a sword, and guess what? This dude came out. He's partially booked. I believe he doesn't have masteries, but I can get him at some point maybe. And he basically was given HP, given defense, given accuracy. And basically I put him in an arena and he was a very good meat shield. He's such a good support champion. You could make him a lot better. This build is probably just a generic basic build, but Chris nonetheless is pretty badass. Need some coffee now. So my fastest champion at 334 speed. So all these pieces, I need improvements on them. It's pointless putting any gear on her unless the speed is higher than one of these sets. 57k HP, 2k defense, 334 speed. A bit of res, a bit of accuracy. She's only there to boost other people and revive. I think she's most likely going to be maxed. Is that timely intervention? Yeah, I think so. Increases base stats and all artifact sets. And that's purely just to put her speed up and whatnot. Another top tier champion. Increased accuracy, speed, evil eye, and so forth. I don't remember the names of half of these. He's booked up and he's also built fucking pretty good. So the plan was he needs a lot of accuracy. Just in an arena, I have to put people's skills on cooldown. He's 245 speed, 2600, 2700 defense. And if he's not getting touched, his HP doesn't need to be that high. If I could get better stats in another perception set, I would use literally another perception set. Warlord, the one, the only, fucking Yoshi the Junker. I think I used him once or twice. I can't say really anymore because I don't think anymore was, realistically done with him. I think maybe I used him once or twice, but there's nothing to really write home about. We've got Brachus the Shifter out of my the Brachus Unkillable, which basically I had for a long time, and I used Brachus as my damage dealer in my like one man eater unkillable team, and he was badass. Clearly he's lost some gear, he's lost some pieces, which will be given back at some point. I think they're given to Fane. I'm not too sure, but if we get some savage or cool stuff, it would be nice to give him some gear again. I think he's basically set up just for Clan Boss. The Brachus Unkillable. The Savia, she was just a disappointment because I built her. This was attack as well. I had like 5k attack here, plus that 6,500. And she just couldn't kill a fucking fly. Don't know what it was, but she was freaking awful, dude. Even give her masteries to ignore defense just to put up my damage. She was fucking hopeless. So everybody can get this one. This is a freebie after 100 days, only if you collect the fragments. And he was basically given accuracy, a bit of resistance, a bit of speed, small bit of HP, and quite frankly I really like this build. And I have no plans to change it. He needs to be booked though, but it's not going to happen. And those are said masteries. I'll get masteries for Razin Scarhide, who is a permanent fusion until you fuse him. Then he disappears. I basically was using him for a poisoner for a clan boss. Hence why he had defense HP and a certain speed. It was probably tuned through a glyph or something. War Chief I used, I can't remember where though, but he looks fucking badass, really, does he? He looks super good. And he was all accuracy, so he's got 503 accuracy, 214 speed, good defense, decent HP. And what was his moves again? Okay, provoke on all. Okay, reflect 60% of the damage taken. So yeah, that was it. Again, I can see what it was used for, I cannot remember. We got Ronda Rousey, whose build has changed more than her desire to return to the UFC. I used her, I mean, it was okay for a while. I think I did some like testing videos where we would go into dragons, we would just try and get as much damage out of her as possible. And she's probably okay. I don't know if she's okay, anymore. But I'm pretty sure she isn't booked out. I don't know why she's got 4 out of 4. That's just 3 out of 4. That's weird as hell. And she has a mastery, or a level 1 mastery. But yeah, I don't think I used her for a clan boss. I think it was maybe I've been dungeons or something. Maybe I would have tried arena, I think. Next up I have somebody that I think is very underrated. Alexander the Sharpshooter, totally underrated. Originally I gave this dude like 200, almost 300 fucking crit damage. And I made him damage because I wanted to pick people off, and he actually could do really good damage. If you've never tried a damage build with this guy, I highly recommend it. It's got AoEs, good single target damage. I think what happened after that was we went to accuracy. Removes all buffs from the target before attacking. I mean, I think you need to forget about that shit. It's ridiculous. He has a freeze, AoE decreased defense, and a buff strip. Forget this bottom bit. If you can remove all your buffs, you're going to take damage. If you can remove all that crap you're going to die sooner. That could be why his build changed again. He's good. He's good regardless of how you build him. Brogni, one of the fusions I did as free to play, and it was bloody difficult. Honestly, like one of the hardest fusions I've ever fucking done. I used to have 115,000 HP. In okay speed, I think maybe a bit slow, but it's still okay. And he was a meat shield. People would say, why are you not putting damage on him because his shields get bigger? And to be honest, I was never interested. I liked the fact that I could give him a big ass pile of HP and he wouldn't die, and he would assist my team in doing so. He is in Cloud Boss, I think. Not my team, but there is. If you have buff extenders, you can use him. I used him for arena mainly, I believe. I could be mistaken, but I believe it was arena. Scylla the Drakes I used in every fucking dungeon you can probably think of. And probably arena, and check the abs, fucking who's your mama. So she's in a stun set because she will stun your ass. It's fucking great. She's got a stun anyway, but if we can guarantee the stun through a percentage of the gear set, not just by her skill set, if she's got an AoE 2 of the 4 will definitely get stunned. Her build has got slower, I think. Good accuracy, so I think she used to be quicker. Again, just basically, if you've used Syl, you'll know what you should use her for. She is an amazing support champion, revive champion, fucking overall champion. So Rotos, the Lost Groom. I got Rotos before they nerfed him. And I think the game was started to like have a fucking moment here because he wasn't loading. I had Rotos before this shit became. No, how was it? This one. Yeah, can't destroy a single Travis Watch HP by more than 60,000. All this crap, I never had to deal with it. I literally used to just kill people with the A3, boom, fucking dead. I never had to, I never had to worry about Vitality Plunder skill at all. It made him OP, he was OP, he's probably one of the only champions in the game. Eurogrim, that's the other one, the other void that you could put with the dragon dude. Trigger. Rotos was somebody I got good use out of before he got nerfed, and when he got nerfed I never really classified it as a nerf because he's still fucking broken, does sick ass damage and will fuck you up. He's sitting at 287, 100%, 161, almost 5k damage. That's really all you need. If you can have higher stats, but again, I'm not willing to spend loads of money. Oh, coffee is nice sometimes. Foley from the Dark Elves. When I got a Foley, I was like, right, beast. If only you can build champions in raid like you can in Summoner's War, it would be so different. That will take a little bit of adjusting to get used to. But luckily, we're just going through some champions here. In the next video, we'll have to take a look at how I'm getting on with dungeons. I don't think I've done most of the hard dungeons. I'm not going to say not good enough. I'm probably good enough. It's just the composition maybe would need to be updated. He was given Savage, perfect crit rate. If you'll notice, a lot of this perfect crit rate. I'd rather have that than 101 crit rate, 'cause it's fucking pointless. And at least with raid you can see how much it is. This number just doesn't go red. At least it shows you how much you're adding on, so I like that. And it's like 240 crit damage. Given I believe he has Helm Smasher and increasing your chances to ignore defense, he will nuke your ass. Keela Witch Charm, I think I was kind of building her. I can't say she was used anywhere because I would hate to lie. Hacker and Smash Lord, I used him, was it the Spider? It was one of the Doom Tower bosses. Would be a bit of a dickhead, and I believe he was one of these champions that would do a cleanse. Sacrifice, do damage, but removes all debuffs and then places a block debuffs. And a stun. That's what I used him for. Does he have masteries first and foremost? No. I don't think he needs masteries or books really. He was basically... Okay, looking at some of these speeds, it seems kind of slow. I wonder if it wasn't. Because there's also a base of 99. He's good resistance so he doesn't die. He has HP. Ellen Arrow is somebody I never got around to using. I built her, but because I never had the composition right between Elenaro and the champion we're going to next and other poisoners, it wasn't like a one shot and then move on type thing, so maybe in future we'll take a look at Elenaro. Now this champion here, Calvalax, I think I've got 2 Calvalaxes. A lot of people were jealous when I got him, and I think I've got 2. I used him for a while do poison people, I think. Yeah, if you load up on poison, you do damage. It's good, but he will add on a fucking massive amount of poison debuffs. Plus an extra hit for each poison debuff on the target, up to 3 extra hits. So he can be good for damage. He's a fantastic debuffer. I don't know why he's got so much. I think his crit rate is indicative of how shit his build is. But his accuracy is okay for landing. We might rebuild him at some point. It'll be slow baby steps to try and get back into the game. So Roric Wormbane again was a fusion. He's basically immune to being stunned. And I'm pretty sure you could build him to be a clan boss ass kicker. He'd be good in arena, he'd be good in dungeons. There's videos on the channel of this where I gave him, I think, like 317 or 330% crit damage with high attack, and we were hitting like 300k, 400k numbers. There's a lot of raid videos. I don't think he's got masteries. Well, he does. And I believe the masteries back then were changing quite often because you kind of had to if you were doing a showcase. Clear out Terex, I believe, was used now and again. I think she was used as a nuker because of Hex. At some point we may divulge a little bit more. Rule the Hunt Master. Okay, that's the little tag team there. He's actually also very, very good. Give him crit damage, some crit rate, and then you give somebody that increases crit rate, you've got some damage. You've got 5,500 attack. And his job, essentially, is to hit people. If he doesn't kill them, he fucking heavily damages them. That's it. Free feasible champion. Amazing. And I may talk less about champions because there's a lot to go through. Iron Brago was built in multiple ways. Defense, HP, damage. I did debate it for clan boss and whatnot, but I don't think I got around to it. Duchess Lilith, her speed dropped because her HP went up. And I can get, I think, like 700 resistance, but again it drops her speed down. I'm not sure. I like her being kinda within that speed. Good survivability, 600 resistance. Cannot complain. So master is to suit. She is booked. She's amazing. Nethril, my very first legendary. And again, videos on the channel of this champion in like my very early clan boss days, racking up 13-14 million by himself. Just bang bang bang, A1, bang bang bang, A1, bang bang bang, A1, A1, A1. You could change the AI to ensure all you did was the A1. And that's it. You have a chance of placing a poison debuff. It's 3 attacks. Again, Health Smasher was done there because I figured I would change him up and have some fun. He does damage. I think, to be fair, that was still him part of the unkillable team. Because he ain't going to die, so you're going to get more attack. You may as well. No point worrying about HP. But Nethril, like one of my favourite, if not one of my favourite champion. My first legendary. I love him to bits. Septimus, I've got one. I've got Septimi. If you think about it, 'cause I've got more than one. I think I've got 3. Spider. That's it. Damage. His stats aren't too great. But I think that was like the shit I had at the time. Later on in the month, I may devise a plan to begin to farm again, and I'll pick a dungeon and I'll literally stay in that dungeon. If we're not, like, eventually delving into cursed cities and whatnot. And see if we can get him some nice gear. Gargarab 147, extra speed, good res, good accuracy, and HP. Yeah. I had him level 50 for a long time. And I think it was only level 60 are required for the Undead Hordes faction. Apart from that, this dude is fucking amazing. You can make him really, really, really quick. He cycles his turns, that's what the Relentless is for. Having him slower kinda makes no purpose. But you want to make sure effectively he takes as much turns as he possibly can. I think more needs to be said, to be fair. Epics now. So he got nerfed. He used to have multiple builds. But essentially, yeah, look on the channel back in the day, Urigrim solos basically the majority of the fucking dungeons. You can't do Fire Knight, obviously. You can't do Spider, but Dragon and Ice Golem, he basically melted them like butter. I'm not sure if that's the build I used for it, but it very much looks similar to a build that can achieve that. So we have one of my only stone skin builds. Saladin Mourner personally is like one of the prettier looking champions. Not sure what it is, she just is. She has stone skin, so she gets a little bit extra protection. And she has, what's it called again? Strength, and that's it. It's just an increased defense. She can revive, fill turn meters, decrease attack. There's her masteries. So over 50k HP, over 2.5k defense. Doesn't have to be the quickest, to be fair. Good resistance, accuracy. I mean, it is what it is. Madame Ceres now. I think I've got multiple ones of her as well. Getting her, she's basically got speed, perception, respectable HP, respectable defense. Her speed is kind of based around the fact that that's her accuracy. So I can lower accuracy for more speed, or I get more of this, less of that, more of this. You know the story. One stat will be affected if I focus on that. But this build was done years ago, and it's still 642 accuracy. That ain't bad. Put it in with like an accuracy lead and increased accuracy buff. You're looking at a sick little Madame Ceres. She was used in Arena, which we'll go into, I think, next video. We'll take a look at some Arena battles. She was used for basically just the Dwarf faction. And that's it. There's nothing else that... Tattoos in the legs. There's nothing else that I think she was used for. I don't know if she helped. I think maybe she helped me complete that faction. I think she would have had better crit rate, better damage. Definitely would have had speed boots on. I don't know if that's the masteries, in case you're interested. We have Basher, who is amazing. He's booked, not masteries, doesn't need him. 420 speed, stun set, good HP, good speed. Basically, 4 times at random, chance of placing a block debuffs, and effectively a stun. AoE increases the cooldown of all the target's skills by 2 turns. AoE, whatever that is, an AoE stun effectively. And a stun and a weaken on the A1. I changed him to this and it worked, and I again can't remember exactly where I used him. I know it was dungeons or some type of content like that in that arena. So Lightsworn, effectively, there's videos again of me having 2 Lightsworns in Clan Boss. And the revival and death would go to that, and then like 2 turns later he would do it, 2 turns later he would do it, 2 turns later he would do it. I think they both have masteries. He's missing some pieces, because I think they had to be obviously going first to a certain degree. One was built, one wasn't, and I always kind of did think to myself, what should I do with them? What should I do? Nothing really came of it after a while. Cardinal, slow, HP, got defense, got resistance. I need her to be slow because she can revive, so that's why she's not quicker. I'm not an expert of really Cardinal teams. I don't think she's even got masteries. She doesn't, but she's got books. So you never know, something to look at. Sylar should be in a stun set. If she ain't in a stun set, then shake your head or smack your head, because shame on you. She needs accuracy, speed, and a stun set. And I still use her in dungeons, I'm pretty sure, and she still stuns the absolute shit out of people. Lowers attack bar. Broken. Skull Crown, Camping Farmer. I think since I got her, Camping Farmer, like 6-8 seconds. And nothing's going to change because she's a Camping Farmer. Seer has had different builds over time. I've had high HP, I've had very strange builds for Seer until I really just figured out what she was actually used for. That was to just destroy fucking waves. She absolutely melts waves. Super easy. Some masteries, need to look, you can pause it. As much damage you can get. I'm not sure what the least amount is, but the more damage that you can put on her is just more of a guarantee she will be able to one-shot the wave. If the debuffs and all that shit go on, Broadmaw became really good. I'm sure she's got a revive. Revives 2 dead allies with quarter their HP and block damage on them. Broken. Increase rate, increase speed and a freeze. Broadmaw, as if to be fair, you can make as much of these as you want because they're free. So let's take a look and explain the builds here. So the builds here all go around the speed because I've got the double monitor. I think it's the Bat Eater because that's what I was using. That's why the crit rate low and the crit damage is high, because I had to get to that speed. The rest of the stats didn't matter. I had to get to that speed. I'm sure my other monitor is slower. That's the fast one, that's the slow one. More damage with that one again, but it's all based around getting to the speed I needed to get to. Faceless, people think he looks. I remember once hearing Hell Hades like talk very badly about Faceless. Dude, Faceless in Knights Revenant will fucking one-shot people. So put respect back on his name because he's fucking good. He's slow, but he's got damage. I don't care that he's slightly slower, because when he takes a turn, you don't take a turn, and that's pretty much it. As much damage as you can get. Master is there. Book. Booyah. Again, there's videos of me clearing every faction. if you want to see how much damage he can do, you can go watch. So clearly there's been a bit removed off of him, but I think he's faction wars. Mordecai, Spider, and possibly Dragon. He's missing loads of gear, so we're not going to develop too much. Geomancer, I got Geomancer after. Like he did like billions of damage. Billions of damage to Clan Boss and whatnot. They then fixed him and I think I got him not long after. And I'm trying to think, I used him in Clan Boss, I believe I did. What the fuck did I use him in Clan Boss for? You see, I got a passive or something. Yeah, if it's HP burn, it reflects damage or something. There was a reason that he went into the Clan Boss team, and I think that's why he is slightly quicker. I don't know if it was the Unkillable that he went into, but he went into something. Rector Drath, fucking amazing champion. Underrated, underrespected, super good. She had better HP, better defense, probably better speed, probably better resistance. Effectively, I used her in the factions, I used her in a little bit of dungeons. I tried to do it, I believe, in Arena as well. I don't think I got the best offer from Arena, but dungeons, faction wars, God, fucking as vital as your left leg. Certainly Shaw didn't use too much, built him though. Nothing else to say. We have Doom Priest, who I actually once built in Savage Gear just to see the damage she did. I think there's a video of it again on the channel, which has got like 200 plus kit damage. But it's not the ideal build. All you need to do is you need to keep her alive, make her fast. That's it. And that's all you want her for, is her passive. Our moves are okay, you get an increased attack buff. If it's a crit rate, places increased crit on a random ally. You don't need to worry about that. Just you get a little bit of a heal. You get a removal of one debuff on it. It's good. Make her really quick. She's clearly lacking in most areas. Zargala, I'm pretty sure, has got bugger all as well. She was just somebody that I would have used early on. Early Clan Boss, I would imagine. So we've got Skull Crusher, who took me fucking years to get a Skull Crusher. Again, Clan Boss. Trying to think, was he... I'm trying to think if... I think Skull Crusher was maybe... I think he was in like the fucking... the cheapo team rather than the pay to win team. I hate that term, pay to win or whatever. But he was in the Clan Boss team. I think that's why his speed and all his stats are the way that they are. Sinesha, mixed feelings. She's in a stun set. She did aid me in getting past Night Revenant, but I've never looked at her and been like, oh shit, she can smack super hard. So if anybody has, let me know, because she don't do it for me. Watatsu was somebody that I was quite excited about. I was quite excited. Let's check his skills. See. So it's leech, decrease attack, increase defense, continuous heal. Removes a random debuff from his champion at the start of each turn. Swing Clan Boss, he ain't going to be stunned. He ain't going to be feared. He ain't going to be true feared. You're going to have nothing to him. And I don't think I did videos of him in Clan Boss. I think I did try him. I know other people did videos of him in Clan Boss, and they gave him some really good gear to get some really good results. I don't think some of these has masteries, so there's no point checking some. Taragi the Frog is somebody that if I join a clan or a guild, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'd maybe build Taragi the Frog for a clan boss. I tried to get his stats to where they needed to be, and then we would see how it goes. But until then, God knows, Akoth the Seer, basically one of the, again, underrated, underrespected, one of the best fucking HP burn champions in this game. I was taking him into Spider, him and Cell alone can burn that fucker down in like 3 minutes. Which is testament to how good he is, because all the damage comes from him. Debuffs. He's in a stun set because why wouldn't you? It makes more sense for control. He appears to be max, so it's extra accuracy, speed, evil eye, blah blah blah. Helmut is there for a reason. His build, his stats, everything is there for a reason. And it is the Seer team. When she melts waves, we all need to make sure that the buffs come back up. So she can melt waves again. I don't believe I have a Kaimar. I had a Renegade. So it works for me. Again, we'll go through some of that teams at a later point. I don't think she's got gear, but I think there's videos of me doing Dowser Arena, or trying to. For me, it was kind of like hit or miss, personally. He's got this build because of good accuracy. I lowered his HP a little bit, I believe, to put up a little bit of damage. But basically, he can stun you, I believe he can buff up ally protection. Yeah, he can be a fucking pain to kill. So that is whatever they're called, masters. Jarek took a long time to get him. I built him, can't say I did too much with him, to be honest. But that's how he's looking. So, Flesh Eater, I think I used, and I think it was one of the Doom Tower bosses, because of extending buffs. Basically what you see is what you get. Seeker is at that speed, not his speed dictates his damage and his crit rate. He's on the clan boss team. So as you can imagine, he's got that. Allure, who I use in Fire Knight, has them, and I had to basically go like search into the depths of my soul to be able to get her to this fucking build. She's still a few speed under where I would like her to be, but she's fucking pretty damn close. She is amazing. Royal Guard, 283 crit damage. We've got this one which is 215 crit damage. We're getting good attack. I think their masteries are the same. They're all going to be based on damage. They're booked. Can I guess she got masteries? The fuck does she do again though? Yeah, I think I built her. Never ever used her. Or I began to build her. I maybe had plans. I maybe had plans and it never came to fruition. Magnar, I think I used her in one of Doom Tower bosses, and it is the one that duplicates your enemies. So I'll give him HP, a bit of damage, and a bit of hope. Melga Steel Girdle, I used her, I think, for the revive, for the support. She was okay, nothing to really write home about. So just have master raise. But with gear missing, we can't see really what we're looking for. Fane, the speed that she needs to be at is there. It was very difficult to get to this speed back like a couple of years ago. Good accuracy though, good HP, attacking defense is also nothing to be too shabby about. Crystal Mangler, people think is really good. I don't think I've taken him to that depth of where I can say he's, super amazing. He probably is. I've just never got there. Vogoth was, I can't fucking remember. Whenever this champion is attacked, heals all allies by 50% of the damage received. Yeah, so basically he heals everybody. Where did I use Vogoth again? I can't remember. Maybe it was Spider. I think it could have been Doom. I was about to say Doom Tower. It'll be Doom Tower somewhere. Stargnite is fully booked and he has Master Raise. And I think I sped him up to 247. Okay crit rate, okay crit damage, 400 accuracy, 2700 almost, and 43,000 HP. Pretty good build. Rock Breaker was used for something, I can't remember. Basically, give him defense, I think, and he just increases his damage. We have Deacon Armstrong, I think maybe Dragon or one of the dungeons is where he got used. Again, I can't really remember. The main thing here is to look at champions. Occult Brawler, one of my favourite fucking poisoners of all time. This is his stats. Occult Brawler can fucking smack. You give him an attack, a lot of crit damage, he will one-shot people, trust me. Varask is there, I think, because of his passive, am I right? So your only mission is to make sure he gets a crit hit. He heals everyone about 10%. That 10% could be a lot of HP. So he's 83,000. Okay everywhere else, but he's got good HP, which is important. Frozen Banshee is the dragon killer, which is why she's got that on, so she can heal up. I believe through the damage she does. She's quick because she has to be. Good accuracy, really good HP actually, and damn good defense. Let's see, she got Masters. That's the Masters in case you're looking. Painkeeper, because I think Painkeeper still goes in a Bat Eater. I can't remember, but she is Painkeeper. Decreases the cooldowns. Yeah, so she'll decrease the cooldown. AoE damage. So we just need to make sure. I think she A1s and doesn't use her A2 at the start of a battle. We'll find out at some point. I did a video for this woman here because she's one of the best decreased defense champions in the fucking game. 100% chance to decrease defense. Who else has got it? Unless times have really changed, and fucking nobody else. The only thing she needs is clothes. Kale is not really quick, just got some accuracy and a bit of speed. He does make up for it with his relentless gear, but that build could be better. I think he's just more a dungeons person. Apothecary has been slowed down. Apothecary was arena, I believe he's dungeons, if at all being used. Monopoly Tender, I think maybe arena. Bellower, probably faction wars at some point. Renegade is for the dragon, so we can smash the waves. Cold Hearts are just built because they can whoop your damn ass, and that's it. All the damage, accuracy, fucking the same, probably the same master is. And that's it. Easy to book out. My first champion again is there. We should boss up, so I'll get 100% crit rate. And so I'll do a big ass pile of damage. I never really used Saito as much as I wanted to. Got him. Versus the Grim, which I think I built for a while. Gertuck Moss Beard. Also I used, I can't remember. Maybe, I think he does like extra poison damage or some shit. Or it's like to stun people or some random thing. Elegaeus, I said to begin with, he was pretty good if there was multiple people in a wave, and not really that long after people started mentioning like the triple Valk waves, and then Elegaeus went from under-respected to like not a lot of folk had him. Altam was just probably never used. I used her now and again, probably not to the best of her abilities, but she's okay. Dark Kale, level 50, because he doesn't need to be higher. He can still whoop the dragon's ass. Super strong. Narma, I believe, is good at poison. We'll find out at some point. Raglan is a new one, haven't really touched her. Deliana, a new one, haven't touched her. Ultimate Death Knight, I mean, we'll see. Gerda Bogbrew, again, kinda ugly. Goyce Gleeful. Some of these are pretty good, but this Roxham. Another Elenaro, we got War Mother, who doesn't love War Mother. Hakon Smashlord II. Bugun. Tatira Rhymehyde, Archbishop Pinthroy, another Septimus, Headhunter Nogdar. Who people questioned to begin with, but he does like 6 damage, eh? Yarnica, Warcaster, amazing. Arix, Vizier, and this dude here I got from the 2-for-1 event. It's just some more epics. We're going to scroll down. More Mordecai's, more Urigrims, and just some more of these, more Warcaster. The Login Champion, she's really good as well. Another Hotatsu. There is rares like Bellower, Renegade. It took me ages to get Renegade, and as soon as I got one, fucking thousands of them. Bloodgorged, this dude as well. Can't remember his name, but I did use him quite a bit. Skathix. You've got the Burangir, I believe his name is. Akar, the something, the Vendrin or some shit, Achak. I don't think I used her, but she was a Doom Tower person. Rearguard Sergeant, no. Is that a Mausoleum Mage? I believe so. She, no. So there's a few other ones in here. A few legendaries as well. Her that people don't like. Ford Taurus. Taurus ended up being really good because of his poisons. Another legendary here. Coffin Smasher, who, if you're new, is really good. He's also not bad. Looking at all these 4s. I don't know, like, That's it. No, look, piss off. I'm clicking on you now. Get off. Get off. That's it. And more of these dudes, more of him, more Vrasks, more Skirtic Summon, whatever his name is. Just an array of champions that are pretty good. So for not seeing this account for quite some time, I mean the champions are okay. The pop-ups don't go amiss. Fucking hell, every 2 seconds. You want to buy something? 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 No, I just want you to fucking... And the game will freeze because I've clicked on this to close it. So in a sense we're lucky because we've looked through all the champions. Overall, I mean, I do have some pretty nice legendaries. With a bit of time, I could probably take a few months, because at the end of the month comes maybe the most possibility of doing something. Until then, it might just be pick a dungeon, farm it. So that might be the actual plan with Fire Knight. But yeah, that is my champions. In the next video, we'll take a look at the dungeon teams and how they all kick ass, I suppose. And maybe in the third video, we'll maybe do some this cursed city or something. I have no idea how it works whatsoever. But it will be interesting to jump on it. We're not really going to do Doom Tower, I don't think. We're taking it one step at a time. So because the game has decided to go fart on itself again, that is my roster, that is my account. Hopefully this is one of many more videos to come where we can maybe get back to the glory of where we used to be. And as always, I fucking love every one of you. Don't change. I love the support. I love every one of you. Stay safe, keep on raiding, and I'll see you soon.